Alright guys, in this quick video I'm going to go over one of the good beginner strategies that you could do for investing, and that is to simply save what either your Social Security paycheck is going into Social Security or your pension. So I just talked to a recent teacher, he's a first year teacher, he's about 25 years old, and he started to see my channel. Channel is definitely getting much more popular these days, so definitely appreciate all that. Anyway, he was interested in like, how do I get started here? You know, he's just right out of college pretty much. So I said, take your TRS paycheck, which you're putting in 7.7% of your paycheck into it, and simply take the exact same amount of money that comes in and put it in a Roth IRA. By doing that, he's going to have money that will be taxed now but not taxed in the future. The money that he's putting into TRS comes before he gets taxed, so that's pre-tax money. Unfortunately, you're going to be taxed with that when you retire. But then he'll have different buckets of income from taxable and not taxable. Also, he'll be able to pretty much get almost the same rate that TRS should be able to pay. When you look at all the online calculators, you see that if you're relatively conservative, let's say 80 stocks, 20% bonds, somewhere in that regard, you're going to be very close to what the pension calculators would give as well. If you want to get a little bit higher than that, you could go 100% stocks when you're young until possibly around 50 years old or so. And that's what I'm planning on doing, staying 100% stocks until 50, and then start to get more into bonds and possibly more into real estate. So by doing that, it's a very easy way to calculate how much money you have to put in. Again, it's not necessarily a ton of money. It could be about 7-8% depending on what TRS is or other online calculators for Social Security. But it's definitely a good start. And if you continue to build that habit of staying in that amount, like constantly, it should help in the future. I recommend everyone take 10%. And the easy way to do that is figure out what your paycheck is. Just move your decimal point one place. By doing that, you're saving 10% of your income. So let's say you get a paycheck for $2,000, put your decimal point over one place to the left, and you would have a $200 into TRS. I looked at my current situation, and if we saved 10% of our income, we would have maxed out my Roth IRA and put about 40% into my wife's Roth IRA as well. So pretty good investing year, considering my wife is finishing up her prereqs to go to nursing school. So again, take your TRS or take your Social Security and whatever that amount is, put it in a Roth IRA, keeping it really simple but very effective. Especially if you do that when you're first starting out, everyone should be a millionaire at that point. I'm also doing a little bit of just general tips for my high school students. I have 11th graders in a homeroom class, and some of them I'm starting to look interested in investing. So I'm going to give them some of the basics on how to make your money grow. The thing I just said about saving 10%, move your decimal point, I told them that if anyone does that, they'll essentially be a millionaire. It doesn't really matter what career you have. If you're just constantly saving that 10% and making it a very common occurrence, you should be good in that regard. If you have any other general tips for, again, high school kids that might want to learn about budgeting, learn about investing, definitely leave some comments down below. Not only want to help other teachers and other investors out there, but also want to help other students as well. I have them in my homeroom. It kind of stuck with me a little bit, but want to give them a good, strong foundation into their money. So I'll probably be doing things on budgeting, on writing a check, making your checkbook balanced, paying taxes. Just some of the basics that they don't really teach much in high school. I have the opportunity to do that. So if there's any other questions or thoughts about that, please let me know, and I'll see you next time.